Hey, what's up YouTube? Just making this quick video just to show you my personal picks or my favorites when it comes to snowblowers. So just a full disclaimer, I don't work for any of these companies. I don't work for Toro, Ariens, or Honda. I just happen to like their products, especially when it comes to snowblowers. So the two main types of snowblowers that you probably could watch on a couple other different videos are single stage and two stage. I'm not going to go into the details on how they differ and how they're the same, but when it comes to single stage snowblowers, there is only one winner, at least for me. I'm not saying you can't be profitable with other companies, because I have been, but these are the ones that I really go after. This is it right here. It's called the Toro Power Clear. And before I really get into it, this video is really designed for people that are looking for a machine, whether it new or used, although I'd argue used is a better avenue. So if you're just looking for a new machine, if you just bought a house or you just moved to somewhere that gets snow, whereas where you previously lived didn't, this would be a good video for you to watch, just to see some different companies and features on them. Second audience would be if you're someone who's looking to get into snow removal. If you're a landscaper, someone just starting out, whether you're someone in high school, college, or just kind of looking for a side hustle, these are good machines that work well. The third audience would be for people who are looking to buy and sell these machines. That's what I do. I've been doing it for 10 years and have been pretty successful with it. Whether the machine works and it's an easy flip, or if I got to put a little time into it. So here we go. This is the Toro Power Clear. I have a couple different ones here. This one, and this one are all 21-inch cut, which is the largest cut you can get on the single stage ones. And I know there are a couple newer crossover ones from Toro, but I'm not really going to get into them today, primarily because I don't have experience with them. So the Toro Power Clear, the reason why I like these so much is because they work well at what they're intended to do. I don't have any videos of me blowing the snow. I just know based on, demand from the buyer that this is what people are looking for. These are all a little bit older, so if you're looking to buy or sell one, or if you're looking to get your hands on one, just a couple key differences. This one and this one, 621. Anytime you see here 4-cycle engine, 4-cycle engine as well, it just means you don't have to mix the gas with the oil. So the one that I personally own right here, the body is essentially the same. It just has a different engine. You can see here, it's a 2-cycle 141cc Artec. So just a quick thing about this. 2-stroke engines were used a lot for this type of application in around 2010, 2011, somewhere in that time period. The EPA didn't explicitly ban them. They just made it more difficult and put a lot more difficult restrictions on them for manufacturers. So what Toro, and along with a couple other different companies, did was they kind of switched over to this 163cc 4-cycle engine. This is a Toro branded engine, but what it essentially is it's a Chinese engine, which is a clone of the Honda GX commercial grade engine. If you were to clone any engine, it's a great engine to clone because it's such a reliable and well-made engine. So, these do work. They serve their purpose. You're gonna have your issues with it if you don't store them correctly. But that's, that can happen to any machine, regardless of the name or color it is. If you're not using the correct gas or additive, you can run into issues with that. So just a couple things to look for if you're looking at a Power Clear 210, and the person selling it, if you're looking used, is claiming it's only a year old. You're going to know right off the bat that's incorrect or false. As I said, they stopped making these around 2010. So they're obviously older and probably going to get more and more harder to find as more people who just don't want to deal with them will just kind of put them on the side of the road, and you know, whatever have you. So you know, it may not be the easiest to find. This is a newer one, newer style. This is an 18-inch cut, but again, it has a 4-cycle engine, just a 99cc one. Some other cool things that I like about them: these two have this feature built into it. It's got this quick shoot. I actually put it on this one. Mine wasn't equipped with one, but I had one with a bad engine and I was able to take the part off. What it basically does is allow you to kind of switch your shoot direction on the fly very easy. Here it is on this one, which is really just cool feature. Feature that a lot of people like. If you got, you know, an area where you're going to be moving the direction of the shoot quite often, something you may want to consider, as opposed to this is more the manual shoot where you kind of push it and got to reach over. But other than that, you know, there's other features you can kind of see. They usually kind of list it explicitly on the sticker. Whether you have electric start, these both have electric start. This one has it too. This one's just a recoil, which isn't really that big of a deal because it starts so easy. And you know, there's a lot of cool kind of features you can get with it. One thing too, if you're looking to buy one, whether you're flipping it for yourself or just to use, you can easily check the paddles and the scraper bar on them. So Toro kind of has this really nice design here. You can see some of the older models. They used to call it CCR. I believe it stood for Shoot It Curved Rotor. So this is really what throws the snow so efficiently for Toro, and any other company you see doesn't have a design as, you know, nice and smooth as this. But one really cool thing that Toro did was they kind of put these wear indicators on them. Now this one came in for service. It actually belongs to a friend of mine who uses it commercially, and you know, I actually just replaced the paddles and the scraper bar, so you can see they're all nice and new. And here you can see there's a lot of you know, a lot of meat on the paddles past the circle. So that's your wear indicator. If you're looking for a used one, I would definitely ask to see that. If you know, it's a long way away, a long ways from you, or when you look at it, check that out. And you know, it could definitely work in your favor as a negotiating tip. If the wear indicator is gone, it's probably not going to work as well. Most of the time when I've bought these, I've had to replace the paddles. So like I said, it helped me to negotiate the price a little bit. And what it does is it also gives you a selling point if you're going to be reselling it. If you're not reselling it, and then you know, and you're keeping it for yourself, at least you have a machine that has good paddles. This is mine. I don't use mine as commercially. You can see it's got some wear along with some spider webs, but nothing too concerning. I think this one's was okay too, not too bad. So you know, definitely something you want to look into and consider for when you're buying a machine. Some of the other obvious things: make sure the machine runs, make sure the machine starts easy. I would make sure that not only does it start and run, but it runs with the choke off. Oftentimes people say, yeah, it runs great, and then you get there, you start it, runs on choke. As soon as you take the choke off, it dies right